Morning. Hey, everybody. It's going to be a little bit of drama, so if you don't want to hear it, I'm just giving you the heads up. It's going to be a little bit of drama. So if you don't want to hear it, hold on. Got to echo. So, morning, Red Dragon, NEC, Leo's wife, Nadia G, Mandy Waller, Lovable Rogue, uh, Red Rose Bush, Pearls of Wisdom, Sarah K, Carla Marie, Only Fools Lie, Carol Trina, Devil's Candy, Crazy Nurse Granny, Jackie V, Christy Andrews. Hey, Florida Keys Amy. Hey, Kathy Bradley. Trisha Not Trish. Ruth Walton, Eagle, Serendipity. Okay, have a good day, Lovable Rogue. B Fergs, good morning. Okay, so Connie, hello. Enjoying some of yesterday's wine? That's good. That's good, Jackie V. Puss in Boots. Angel Rose, extinguish the fire. Okay, so I went to bed early yesterday, last night. I watched the rest of Science Girl's live stream, and yes, I did get a kick out of pugs. I mean, you had to. I don't know how you could watch that stream and not get shits and giggles out of pugs. But I got up this morning and I was cruising the tube, and hey, Lilybell, it seems Molly has a new lap dog. Uh, Brian posted a video. Anybody questioning Molly's tears over the whole Oni thing is a piece of shit. Can you not hear me, Carol? Can you all hear me? Okay. Okay. So Brian puts out this video, where anybody questioning Molly's tears is a piece of shit. Okay. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not questioning Molly's tears because I don't know. I can tell you if we go back a little bit, remember when Molly was on Diane and Wendy's panel and she broke down into hysterics over the whole stripper thing? Remember that? Good morning, Lab. I felt bad for Molly. I felt bad for her. I even messaged a couple people and was like, damn, man, I feel bad for her. And those people are like, oh, man, she's putting on an act. Now, remember, Molly is a self proclaimed actress. We're not supposed to know if her tears are real or not. Remember? Self proclaimed actress. We're not supposed to know. If you're a good actress, we shouldn't know whether your tears are real or not. But obviously, if you question her sincerity, you're a piece of shit. Okay? I mean, that's what I'm getting this morning is which, like I said, I'm not questioning her tears. I questioned her tears once and she burnt me. Hey, Monkey Mar. Because I felt really bad for her when she was up on Diane and M's panel and she broke down like that. And then guess what? Less than 10 minutes later, after she left that panel, she was over on D Live having the time of her life. So, can you get that upset and then click it off like that? I don't know. But like I said, anybody questioning Molly's tears from over there for the Oni thing is a piece of shit, according to her new lap dog, Brian. Now remember, Brian had no problem going after Molly when the whole Rusek thing was going on. Remember? Brian had no problem going after her then. But now everybody's a piece of shit if you question Molly's sincerity. Yes, that is my dog snoring again. So, but hey, Blink. But now remember where this is coming from, Brian. The same man who offered to give somebody a single mom's information to be put on the black web. Yeah. Now, Brian says in his little clip this morning that he had it pegged from the beginning. He had it pegged from jump that Oni was the cop caller, that Oni called on everybody. Everybody. Oni made every call. The Marianne makeup mobster, Mandy, all of them. But he had this pegged from the beginning, according to his video this morning. Okay. But I've got a screenshot of just a couple weeks ago. Remember when Laura called Oni fake and phony? Remember that? Just a couple weeks ago. And this is what Brian had to say about Oni. But he had it pegged from the beginning, remember? Remember. This is what Brian had to say about good old Oni. I'm looking for it. Hold on. So I don't want to misquote Brian. Because, you know, he's forever calling me a liar. So hold on a minute. I want to read it word for word. What Brian had to say about Oni. But he had it pegged from the beginning, remember? When Laura called him fake and phony. This is what Brian had to say. Fake as fuck is when you are nice to someone's face but talking shit about them behind their back. Oni is a nice guy. He doesn't harm anyone and he just wants people to love one another. That's not fake as fuck in my book. With Oni, what you see is what you get. He's a good person. That's Brian's words just a couple weeks ago. Okay? But he had it pegged from the beginning. Okay? And everybody that questions Molly is a piece of shit when she, you know, she breaks down and cries like this because remember, you know, nobody's allowed to question. You know, nobody's allowed to question that. You know, nobody's allowed opinions on YouTube, obviously, or you're a piece of shit. And like I said, I'm not questioning Molly's tears. Molly is a self-proclaimed actress. I questioned once and I got burnt because when I felt sorry for her after she was up on Diana Wendy's and she had that breakdown over that New Orleans stuff, I felt sorry for her. I was messaging people saying, oh my God, I feel sorry for her. And then somebody messaged me back 5 minutes later and said, go to D-Live. And I hate D-Live, you all. And I was like, I hate D-Live. I'm not going to D-Live. No, go to D-Live and check out Molly. I went over there and she was having the time of her freaking life. She was kikiing it up. No offense, not referencing Kiki. So, but you're not allowed to question that. You're not allowed to question that stuff, remember? Because if you do, you're a piece of shit, according to Brian. But Brian was just praising the dickens out of Oni 2 weeks ago. Now he's sitting up there doing a video accusing him of making every cop call and Laura's CPS call. But wait, there's no proof Oni made those other calls. Yeah, I think we can all agree he called on himself. I mean, that was, in my opinion, was pretty obvious. But there's no proof Oni made all those other calls. Wait, but remember when Laura was pointing fingers at people she suspected because they were actually looking for her address and stuff? Remember how bad Laura was for pointing her finger unjustly without proof? And now the same people that were crying, she's blaming me without proof. She's blaming me without proof, is sitting in the comments blaming Oni without proof. I sent you a video from someone you might want to hear. Okay, well, I don't know how to play it. And Diane says, I personally think that people are jumping to conclusions that Oni made every cop call, even to cab 7. I don't believe that. Causing hysteria is not something you should do. Totally agree, Diane. Totally agree. Totally agree. But, you know, it seems like if you question Molly Golightly, she's got a whole army of people behind her now defending her. Some of these people are the same people that when Diane and Wendy had Molly on panel, they were ready to hang her out they were ready to hang her out there. They were calling her a thief and not Diane and Wendy. I'm not talking about Diane and Wendy. I'm talking about the people in the chat. Yeah, I mean, it's proof he didn't make. All right, I got to go listen to this. Hold on, guys. Hold on. But like I said, we're all pieces of shit. Not me, because I didn't question her tears. Because like I said, she's a self-proclaimed actress. You're not supposed to know if she's crying real tears or not. You know, but she fooled me because when I felt bad for her over Diane and Wendy's panel thing over the New Orleans thing, I mean, I really felt bad for her. And then 5 minutes later, she's over on D Live laughing and having a good old time. I was like, damn, man, you know, you got me, Malls. You got me. But we're all pieces of shit. Not we, but we, as in a group of. But here they are sitting accusing Oni of making every call that's been made out there with no proof whatsoever. None. But just a week or so ago, when Laura was doing reasonable deduction as to who could call on her, oh my God, the outrage, the outrage. How could Laura accuse somebody without having proof? Now they're doing the same thing. Hold on, guys. I'm listening to this video that. I thought everyone knew. Wakeville area, that's all I know. Why? Don't call the police, please. Please don't call the police. Please. Hold on, guys. Okay, what is that? What is that supposed to tell me? Guys, break it down for me. Break it down. What is that little video supposed to tell me? because I'm lost here. But the hypocrisy, does anybody see? Thank you, Lulu Bell. It is true. Just because Oni called the police on himself doesn't make him guilty of all the other calls. Remember, we're not allowed. We're not allowed to speculate. I mean, I woke up this morning to I'm going to call him Molly's lapdog, who had it pegged from the beginning that Oni was this cop caller of everybody, CPS caller. But then 2 weeks ago, he's in comments saying, what a great guy Oni is. Hey, Stewie. But, oh, Stewie, you made it go to Siri. But we're all pieces of shit for questioning a self-proclaimed actress, whether her tears are real or not. And like I said, I never questioned them because, well, I questioned them once and she burnt me. She got me. So, but now people running around panels, Oni's the cop caller, Oni's this, Oni's that, without an ounce of proof. I mean, obviously he called on himself. I think that's pretty obvious. Sorry, Oni, but you're not near the actress that Molly is. But the same exact thing that Laura was catching hell about for the last 2 weeks, blaming people without any proof, which she actually had proof that people were looking up her address. And I mean, she got a glitter bomb in the mail. You're the first person to try to point out hypocrisy, but you are a hypocrite yourself. It's funny. Would you like to tell me how I'm a hypocrite, dum dums? Love the name, by the way. Would you like to tell me how I'm a hypocrite, dum dums? Because I'd love to hear it. Okay, give me an example, dum dums. Come on, dum dums. Well, you don't have to go on panel. You can actually just type it in the chat here. How I'm a hypocrite. Thank you, Yaya. Nanny, what flavors are you? Let's revisit the rate plan, patrons, Patreon chat, shall we? Okay, what do you want to do? The person that said it in a joking manner, who even put, yeah, that was so 9 months ago, right? I agree with you. So far, we're on the same wavelength, me and you, dum dums. I hate even saying I'm on the same wavelength with somebody called dum dums, but let's go with it. Okay, I'm waiting on you, dum dums. But you can point out people's opinions of MGL changing from months ago and how awful that is. No, 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 dum dums. No, 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 dum dums. I'm not saying, and I'm not pointing out people's opinions of Molly changing from months ago and how awful that is. Not at all. If you want to change your opinion about Molly, by all means, do it. You're missing the whole point here, dum dums. My opinion about Molly has never changed. Like I said, Molly is a self-proclaimed actress. We're not supposed to know if her tears are real or not. She got me a couple months ago when she was on Diane and Wendy's panel, and she was crying and carrying on. I was like, oh my God. I felt bad for her. And then she immediately went to D Live and was having the time of her life. So, dum dums, I'm sorry, chick or sir. If you changed your opinion about Molly, you're more than welcome. Congratulations. This is not about who likes Molly and who doesn't. Exactly. And I don't slam Molly. I don't. I don't have that big of interest in Molly. All right. Well, you're not going to come in here and attack my chat under a fake name. So, bye, dum dums. Yeah, exactly. Bye bye. Yeah, you're not going to come in here and attack my chat. I'm just saying how hypocritical that the same people just a week ago were, oh my God, Laura, how can you accuse, even though you've got proof that people were looking up her address right prior to CPS showing up at her home. So Laura does reasonable deduction and she catches videos and people saying they're scared for their lives and how could she do that? That's so irresponsible. But now we got a bunch of people running around saying Oni made every call ever made on YouTube. That's the hypocrisy I'm pointing out here, dum dum, if you're still listening. You know, Molly's the one that said Laura deserved to have CPS called on her. No outrage there. No outrage there. Molly was sitting on a panel when a man was threatening to put a single mother with 3 teenagers on the dark web. No outrage there. No outrage. But Molly gets on a panel and cries after she's been proven to cry over something else that didn't really bother her that much. How about talking about a mom trashing her son's father in front of 200 people or on her live watching and saying his dad changed his number? What about it? It's Laura's channel. She can talk about that if she wants. What's your problem with that? Makeup Mobster has a series on her and her family and their struggles. What's your point? Trashing parents is sick. I don't get it. So if you'd like to explain your point, I'll let you stay in. If not, you're going to get the boot because number one, your title is so trolly. You're not even a good troll. Hey, Bethany. Would you like to explain your point? That's what I thought. That's exactly what I thought. Yeah, they obviously have a problem with Laura discussing her life on her channel. But there's a lot of channels out there where people talk about their life. Makeup Mobster, for one. You know how many people have said Makeup Mobster's channel has helped them through the grieving process of losing a parent? Okay, just boot them, Puss in Boots. Just block them because they can't even come in here under a real name. So, and you guys know I don't block much. You know I don't do that. Even my mods have said, "Why do you let some of these people come in here?" Because if I'm going to sit up here on panel and talk about them, I'm going to let them come in here and say what they need to say. But that person obviously is just another Laura hater. But back to the topic. The whole topic is the hypocrisy of what goes on around here. Brian just said in a video earlier, and he's putting every call ever made on Oni, every one of them. And people are agreeing. A whole chat that went on the other night at uh, Science Girls. I'm not saying people on panel accused Oni of making all the calls because I didn't really pay that much attention. I was too busy laughing at folks. But the whole chat, oh, Oni did it, Oni did it, Oni did it. I don't know if Oni did it or not. I haven't seen any proof of Oni calling on everybody. I haven't seen any proof of it. Oh, I guarantee you that's pretty demented. Stop animal cruelty. That's you got to be pretty a little messed up in the head to call the cops on yourself, and then to be such a horrible actress or actor. I got to tell you, Molly's got Oni beat hands down in the actor department or actress. And again, I don't know whether Molly's tears are real or not. I don't have a clue. You're not supposed to know when you're dealing with the self proclaimed actress. But I know her tears that when she made me feel bad for breaking down on Diane's panel, I mean, I got to be honest with you, I was kind of upset with Diane. I was like, man, how could they do this to her? And then 5 minutes later, she's over on D Live cutting up and having a ball. I was like, damn, you know, but them coming in and saying, can't people change their mind about somebody? Of course you can. Of course you can change your mind about somebody. You can not like somebody and then decide you like them. But like exactly, baby blues. But like I said, when Laura does reasonable deduction on who called on her because she finds out people are looking for her address and she gets I wasn't the only one, Diane. Well, she got me on that one because, like I said, I went to check her out on D Lab immediately, and she was okie dokie. But you know, Laura does reasonable deduction. She has proof of somebody looking for her address. She gets a glitter bomb in the mail, and she has, reasonable deduction. She's in here to set a trap, Stewie. Oh, you know you love Diane, Stewie. And Laura's just the worst thing, just horrible. How could she do that? I'm scared. Hey, Kimay. I'm in fear. But now we can have a whole group of people running around pointing the finger at Oni. And I'm not saying Molly. I didn't hear Molly point the finger at Oni. I did hear Molly say, if I knew, I would tell. But Then I heard Molly also say Laura deserved to have CPS called on her. I heard Brian say he would give somebody information to put Laura on the dark web. So it's pretty clear that the rules don't apply to everybody around here. It's pretty clear that, the same rules don't apply to everybody. Stewie, I love Diane. Don't be jelly. I love you too. Oh, I'm not jelly. You've known Diane a lot longer than you've known me, Stewie. And then Laura decides to do a life series about her custody battle and everything she's been through with, being a single mom and all of that. And oh my God, you should just see the outrage over it. But these same people support Makeup Mobster, who does a series about her life and the effects of losing her mother and her brother, being a jackass, and her sister-in-law. And see, this is the hypocrisy I'm talking about. This is the kind of stuff I'm talking about. This is exactly what I'm talking about. And then wake up to a video where Brian's calling everybody a piece of shit. If you question Molly, you're a piece of shit. But wasn't it Brian that just went after Molly, what, a year ago over the Frankie Rusek stuff? I mean, yeah, right, Suey. Oh, sure. Yeah. I love Makeup Mobster's channel. Did I kind of steer away from it at one point? Yeah, because of something that went down in the chat. But you have the voice of an angel, of a male angel, of a male angel. Yeah, I mean, look at what Makeup Mobster's going through. Look how hard she's getting trolled. She's getting trolled for no other reason. She hasn't changed any. She's getting trolled because she's not following the masses. Didn't MGL admit to paying Brian to stop him making videos about people he liked or she liked? I think she did. I think she admitted to giving Brian money to take down a video. I think it was about Barbie. Oh, Marsha, she's in the comments saying, "Oh, I just wish I could reach out and hold Marissa's hand." But I'm pretty sure Marsha was one of the ones in Diane's chat calling Molly a thief and everything else. Didn't give a shit when she was up there crying. Now all of a sudden she's crying about Oni, and it's this, you know, it's stop YouTube and let us off. She hated Molly, and that's okay. She's allowed to change her opinion about somebody. There's nothing wrong with that. But being called pieces of shit because you question somebody, sorry. Got a problem with that. I personally am not questioning her. Yeah, Molly announced she could pay a neighborhood kid $1,000 to take makeup mobster down, and everyone just laughed. Yeah. Hey, Grave Dodger. Yeah. Like I said, wake up to be called a piece of shit because people were questioning Molly's sincerity. Hmm. Well, how many times has people been fooled by Molly's sincerity? Huh. And then Oni getting blamed for every call made in this community, not by the people who got called on them, not by Makeup Mobster, not by Marianne, not by uh, Laura, not by Cab 7, which I don't even know. I hear he's a really nice guy. But uh, but by people who were in such an uproar that Laura felt like she could express who called on her. Hypocrisy. That's what it's all about. Stewie, you just don't want a video made about you, Stewie. I don't hate Marissa. I don't hate Molly. I don't hate anybody. I hate that word hate. I can honestly say about the only thing I hate is the word hate because I don't hate anybody. I don't think there's anybody on this earth I hate. Hey, Melody Renee. But like I said, the hypocrisy. Nobody has 100% proof who called. Not saying he did, not saying he didn't. Exactly. I mean, it's pretty obvious he called on himself. Okay. I mean, I'm sorry, but I'm going to put that out there. He pretty obvious he called on himself. What's his reasoning behind doing that? I can't even wrap my mind around why somebody would call the cops on themselves. I cannot even, I can tell you what I think. I think when CPS came to Laura's and people came in and started super chatting her because they felt so bad for her, I think Oni got a look at that and thought, maybe it works. You know, I don't know. That's just my opinion. Maybe he got a look at those super chats and he thought, you know, maybe he thought the same thing would happen if he had police called on him. I don't know. I can't wrap my mind around calling the cops on myself to make him look like a victim. Maybe so, Kimmy P. Maybe so. But I just think it's ironic that nobody can question Molly's tears because if you do, you're a piece of shit. But several of these people that just want to hold her hand and hug her because they're so upset for her. I challenge everyone to pick someone you don't care for and say one positive thing about that person. Okay, I'll take that challenge, YouTube psychiatrist. I don't care for Brian St. John. Uh, One positive thing I'll say about that person is I do think Brian is a good dad to his little girls. So there you go. Challenge accepted and completed. Christine says, I think Marissa has nice hair. I should have put a disclaimer. You cannot use Brian St. John. Okay. Then I got to think of somebody else I don't like. Hmm. Thinking. Because just because I've had a beef with somebody in the past, or just because I don't enjoy somebody's channel, doesn't necessarily mean I don't like them. Come on, I'm going to do this challenge that YouTube psychiatrist says. I'm trying to think of somebody I don't like. No, not you, Melody Renee. Kimmy P says she thinks Laura has nice necklaces. See, I agree, Diane. There's no getting around that. I'm still trying to do this challenge. Can't use the same person over and over again. No, I'm only going to do one person. I'm having a hard time finding somebody I don't like. Okay. I don't care for Ash274, but I think she's funny as hell in her comments when they're not vicious. I think she's funny as hell. Oh, you mean for the chat? Yeah, we don't have time for all that. What's the challenge, Pumpkin? Or pick somebody you don't like on YouTube and say one nice thing. I'm finding a hard time picking somebody I don't like on YouTube other than Brian. Sarah F. I think Laura looks good without makeup. She was on a Science Girls with. Hope you had a lovely Thanksgiving. It was okay. Kind of, green beans for two green. Melody Renee says Jennifer Lynn, she's pretty. See? Oh, cool, Tony. Cool. I've seen one on yeah, but everybody's not allowed to Samara says I like Lynn as a middle name there. Molly has a pretty smile. See? Unknown Capone, I like when Gray uses Google Earth. See? Katie has nice nails. See? See, it can be done. Like I said, I don't know who made all of these calls. I don't know if it's the same individual. It's pretty obvious Oni called on himself, okay? No more MGL, have to expand on the community. Well, you're okay, you're going to have to talk to the chat because I picked Brian as mine. So there's not a lot of people out there that I don't like, YouTube psychiatrists. So there's a lot of people out there that I don't agree with. There's a lot of people out there that I call them out on their bullshit, but that doesn't mean I don't like them. So I'm Puss in Boots. This is stuff. I know. It is tough. Blank is a pain in the butt, but he's cute. See? Yeah, I find good in everyone too. Everybody. There's good in every soul out there. Well, not every soul, but anybody I've come across on YouTube, I think there's good. Go with the hair, it's easy. Yeah, what woman doesn't like to be complimented on their hair? Tony likes Stewie's accent. I do too. Stop animal cruelty. I can't stand Hello Starlight, but I like how she keeps her kids off YouTube. Good one, Stop Animal Cruelty. Good one. While Ben goes off the deep end, but Ben looks out for people. Yes. I see the good in Ben too. Around all of his insanity, I see the good in Ben too. But like I said, I just woke up to being everybody who questions Molly's sincerity when it comes to her reaction about Oni is a piece of shit. Tova. I don't even want to try to guess who you're talking about. Ha ha. BSJ, I do like that Brian loves his wife and kids. Ben has a good heart. Yep. I've always said Brian was a good dad to his little girls. I can't say what kind of father he was to his other children. I didn't know him back then. But after all that's gone down, we should be questioning everything. Monkey Mark, if we say negative things now. Stewie, I have nothing nice to say about Laura. Aw, Stewie. To me, cops, CPS, and YouTube, to me, just don't go together. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Life Rewinded. Despite many awful things said about certain creators, it appears their children clearly love them. Makeup mobster MGL Laura. I agree, Ginger Jones. I agree. I think Jake is a great kid. I'm telling you, the time that I watched that video that Molly did, where they did those, her and Jake did those freaking jelly beans. Those, the ones that some taste like grass, some taste like poop or whatever. I laughed my ass off at that. I mean, I literally, that was a good old belly laugh. That was a good old belly laugh to watch that. I wish Molly would do more of that. I do. I think Molly could be a hell of a comedian if she put her mind to it. It was funny, wasn't it, Tony? I mean, her facial expressions. Stewie says, I was just joking. The truth. Laura's the hottest, most honest person in the crime community. Aw. Her facial expressions during that jelly bean thing, I was like, oh my God. I mean, I literally, and Nenny C has messaged me a couple times and was like, "Oh my God, you got to go watch Molly." I think it's when she put the water bottle between her boobs. Leo wife, read mine, read mine. Okay, Leo wife. Leo wife says, I dislike Brian, but I'm glad he has food to eat while on YouTube. Well, I'm glad everybody has food to eat. MGL does have a great kid. And Molly contributed to that. I mean, just like Laura's kids are great kids, Laura contributed to that uh, a lot because she's a single mom. But Jake is a great kid. I've never met Mary Ann's kids. I don't know anything. I don't know how many, what their ages, anything like that. But I'm sure they're great kids. And everybody else out there that has kids, I don't like getting on people's parenting. You know, I had a hard time when Molly got on Laura's parenting and said she deserved CPS, and I did kind of clap back and say something like, "Well, at least she's with her kids every day of the year. She's not out gallivanting around the country or around the world without them." So, yeah, Brian's kids, yeah, they're great kids. I've said from the get go, man, kids should be off limits. I don't care if your kid comes into your frame every once in a while, uh, while you're on YouTube. I don't care. But people going after kids, I hate that. I hate that. I saw Makeup Mobster's little boy come into the frame the other night. He wanted to show some of his hockey moves. Great kid. Pretty good with the hockey stick, too. Pretty darn good with the hockey stick as well. Molly has betrayed several people. Why should we have sympathy for be, her being so-called betrayed by Oni? I don't have any sympathy for being betrayed by Oni. It's not my friendship. It's not exactly, Diane. Kids and families are off limits. They didn't sign up for being on YouTube. And Stewie's kids, Stewie keeps his kids off of YouTube, which is, but I'm sure they're great kids. I'm sure they're great kids. Yeah, main girl, he is savvy with that hockey stick. He's very good. And he's a little fella, so he's got a lot of years. D Montana, how many kids does Brian have? Something like 6 or 8. I think Brian has 10 or 11 kids. And like I said, I didn't know Brian as a father before the two little girls. So I can tell you that he is a good dad to his little girls. That's obvious. They love their daddy. So, but Molly apologized to Laura for saying that. But of course, Laura jumped on panel. Laura has a right to jump on panel, Georgia Rose. I know you're a big Molly fan, but Laura has a right to be up there. I don't understand your point. Hockey Mom just texted me. She said, don't go live at the same time as her. Oh, is Hockey Mom live? I didn't know that. I didn't know that, Stewie. Go over there and tell Hockey Mom I said, don't go live at the same time as me. She, Molly even uh, Molly even said, I just said it so Laura would learn something. I just said it so hopefully Laura would learn something. But Molly, it's not your place to teach Laura a lesson. It's not your place, Molly, to want Laura to learn a lesson. I just don't think any mother out there, and Molly is a mother, should want another mother to have CBS show up at their door. I just don't think that. I wouldn't want that to happen to Marissa. Hell, I wouldn't want it to happen to Brian. But I don't understand your point, Georgia. I mean, Laura had just as much right to be up there as anybody. But everybody on YouTube has just as much right to have a problem with Molly as people going after Laura, as people going after Diane and Wendy, as people coming after me, as me going after people. Everybody has that right. Bye, hangout hostess. Or, okay, have a good day. I'm not staying on anyways. I got some things I need to do, but I was just, going to talk about the hypocrisy a little bit that Brian said in his video and said Oni made every one of these calls and he had it pegged from the get go. But just 2 weeks ago, Brian is in a comment section saying what a great guy Oni is. But Brian's going to sit up there and people, not just Brian. Oh, I didn't know that, Angel Pepper. Did I miss it? Okay, Gerbil St. John, I don't, we're not going to talk about Remy's kids. It's not going to happen. We're not talking about anybody's children. Remy's no different. She is a mother. And I'm not going to let people come in here and talk about her kids either. It's just not going to happen. That's not cool. But I am going to get off of here, guys. I do appreciate you coming in. I'm sorry to Hockey Mom if I missed the funeral. Uh, but I know, me too, Puss in Boots. I thought the funeral had been canceled. YouTube psychiatrist. Who are you arguing about? Why are you saying I've never known John to lie? Good. I'm glad you enjoyed your cup of noodles and a donut. Bob is a turkey, Tony. I don't know who YouTube I don't know. I don't know who it is, Dana. Jay's going live in 4 hours regarding this situation again. Well, good. I mean, what more can we do? I didn't see Sarah say anything about Black Eagle's situation. I don't know. Sarah's always been very kind to me, and the fact that I know what Black Eagle's going through. I did watch Black Eagle's video, and obviously she's got a whole problem with all of us again, or all of us, because, well, not me, because I didn't question shit. I don't care. Well, the one time I questioned the tears, I got fooled. So, or vice versa. I didn't question the tears, and I ended up getting fooled. So, but just pointing out a little hypocrisy this morning. Truth, I said Laura jumped off the panel, and I have my opinion too. No harm here. Oh, okay. My bad, Georgia. And I know you support Marissa, and that's cool. Laura needs supporters. I mean, Marissa needs supporters. It's okay that you support Marissa. It's okay that people like Marissa. But by the same token, people have the right to question her and question her sincerity, especially when she's been caught up in some insincere situations. So, and it's okay, Georgia, that you defend Marissa. That's your friend or your YouTube friend or whatever. It's all good. It's okay that Brian defends her. But I don't think it's right that everybody else gets called pieces of shit for questioning her when he himself questioned her over the Rusek situation. So, again, hypocrisy at its finest. He himself uh, has commented, you can't go around blaming people without proof. But he sits in his video over there and says Oni did it all. Oni made every comment, every call, everything. It's all on Oni. And he had it pegged from the get-go, even though he said what a great guy Oni was 2 weeks ago. So, exactly. I don't care who likes or believes who. I just have my own opinion. I'm the same way. Same way, Carol. Yes, Ella. But again, I'm going to get off of here. I appreciate you guys coming in and supporting my stream. Whether you agree with me or not, I appreciate you coming in. And if you came in under a legit profile, you were allowed to stay and you were allowed to express your opinion. If you come in under some bogus profile, uh, you probably were asked or shown the door. So, yep, happy holidays, everybody. And again, thank you for supporting my stream, supporting my channel, supporting me. And I'll be around and I'll see you guys around the tube. Bye, guys.